Welcome to Young and Finch, the podcast created by Korean millennials. Hey guys, welcome back to Young and Finch. My name is Josh, and I'm here with Brian and Andrew. And for this week's episode, we're excited to present another guest to discuss passion projects. For this week's guest, he is a music producer, professional in the music industry here in Canada, and a fellow Korean Canadian. Josh, Youngjin Kim, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. Pleasure to be on here once again.
Yeah.
The audience probably has no clue, but I don't know if it's okay to disclose. It's actually our second time. First one was good, but we went into some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But I believe through that first one we got to know each other a lot.
Yeah.
I finally know what these boys look like.
Yeah.
But I believe before than anybody. So actually, well, you guys had guests in the past, so maybe. But in terms of, at least I'm before the audience. I can say that. So it was a sneak peek.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
For the error, no worries. It happens to everyone, so
Yeah.
just brush. Don't worry about it. Let's just go right into it, shall we?
Yeah. So for people who don't know you or aren't familiar with what you do, could you just give our listeners a bit of background about yourself and kind of like what you do?
Yeah, as you may or may not know, I am a producer based in Toronto. I am Korean. I was born in Seoul in 95.
Hey.
And yeah, I moved to Japan when I was in grade 3 due to my dad's promotion at work. And my mom and I followed him. And we lived in Tokyo for about 2 years. And then we decided that I should study English in Canada. And the typical story of Asian parents, you know, the dad stays in the same country to make money, and the mother and the son or the daughter go overseas to, you know, invest in the son and the daughter.
Do you still remember how to speak Japanese or?
Yes, I do. I can actually speak, but I don't know if I can.
Can you understand people when they speak Japanese and?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm kinda jealous.
If you drop me off right now, I'll survive, no problem.
Damn.
But they'll know that I'm a foreigner, though. They'll know
True.
that I'm a foreigner.
When did you live in Tokyo again? What's that age range?
2004. Yeah, beginning of 2004 to mid 2006. So it's
I see.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
About 2
I
years.
see. Okay. Damn. I'm kind of like I would love to learn Japanese, but I don't know. It's just I'm not good with languages. But anyways.
I guess it's actually not a hard language to. It's kind of related. I mean, I guess it's bad if you think historically, because, you know. but from a person's but if you're trying to learn it, I guess it's kind of good. It's like a kind of correlation. You know the.
Like I don't want to say anything political, but like if you know, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but of course my heart's always with Korea.
Yeah, for sure,
that doesn't
bro.
change. Yeah, but
Say less.
But you know,
82, bro.
Things like
Let's
you
get
know. Yeah. You know, things like there are things that are just like same. Kabang is kabang in Japanese.
Oh.
Like kanpai, kanbe.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah. Like,
What else?
I love watching anime, so that's why I just.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know how our grandparents you say sirepa?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
It's actually like derived from Japanese, because
same word.
in Japanese it's sripa. And I remember watching like Korean TV shows. Some people accidentally say choto, or like Japanese words to, you know, like jokum.
Yeah.
They say choto, or like say ippai.
Yeah.
True.
Like to say a lot. 많다는 게 아니고 it's like 이빨. And then the hosts have to correct them. No, that's not Korean. You gotta. So I just look at that. I was like, wow, you know, it's still happening.
So when did you move to Canada then?
So grade 6. Yeah, I started in grade 6. So that's 06. September. Yeah. So I went to middle school called Summit Middle School. That's in Coquitlam, which is like Was it 30-minute drive? Yeah, about 30-minute drive from Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
Man, lots of Asians there, man. I saw more Asians. I thought white people were a minority. Like, not trying to be like, but I saw so much Asians. Like, I could not believe it.
Damn.
I heard Vancouver was actually a lot of Asians and white people, but not so much of other races.
Mm.
Yeah, that's actually correct. Cause at least for my school, we had like 2 or 3 black guys and girls.
Mm.
Like, just at least for my school, it was a lot of Asians, man.
Yeah.
And but we all got along with each other fine through like
Right.
music,
Yeah.
like mutual interests, right? Music,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
basketball, soccer. We always, hung out just fine. So I think we're pretty blessed for that.
Would you say after coming to Toronto, it was more diverse for you?
Yeah, for sure. Because
Interesting. Okay, cool.
lot of, but the Toronto lingo, it comes from like
Yeah.
lots of
Yeah, true.
lots of like Jamaican influence. I haven't seen that many Jamaicans ever.
Mhm.
Really?
Like
That's interesting.
not in Vancouver.
Oh, in
It's-
Vancouver, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like I said,
true.
I mean, also I was kind of like at home guy.
True.
So I guess I wasn't really exposed to the like the downtown vibes, like I guess more like the adult vibes, right? Like if you grow up and you go to like bars and clubs, and that's when you like get exposed to pretty much everything.
Yeah, like comes with age.
But I mean, like what are you gonna get as a student, like who's working to get accepted to university and stuff like that? Not much, the typical Asian that you are. But yeah, when I came to Toronto though, like, man, they just spoke different.
Yeah.
Like the lingos, everybody's like, "Yo, wagwan," like where the things at? And I'm like, what is a ting? What is a ting? And like my friend would point it to like a girl, is like, "That's a ting." I was like, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's a bad ting or a good ting." I was like, how do you tell between a good ting and a bad ting? And then the other friend was like, "Yeah, yo, aren't you pretty much like the same thing?"
That's true though.
Because you look at it pretty good, you say bad
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah.
it's a good thing. So I was like, yeah, I didn't get it till I guess
Yeah.
I started hanging out with these guys. Like, it was pretty different though.
Yeah, for
pretty
sure.
different.
And I'm sure you picked up some lingos here and there while living in Toronto.
Unfortunately, yeah. I did.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Like my coworker used to just greet me with like the nyai.
Yeah.
Like, he was a real Toronto man. He had like and his friend had like take this in my work right now. There's a guy with waves. Like it's different out here.
Yeah.
Hey, gotta stay crispy. Gotta stay crispy, bro.
Like a funny story I had was I said I was living in New York. I said reach to a friend, right? They're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like Toronto lingo's coming out.
You don't realize.
People don't know what reach means in the
Yeah,
States.
or even like yo, what are you saying? And they're like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
that
saying
shit
anything.
too.
You're like,
Oh,
you're like-
and are you dumb? Yo, people
Yeah,
find
yeah,
it
yeah,
offensive.
yeah, yeah, stuff like that.
It's not to our non-Toronto
Yeah.
lingo friendly audience. When we say "are you dumb," it's just like
What are you saying?
no, it's like, are you serious?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's more like a question. Like, are you sure? Like asking for some sort of confirmation or like a
like reaffirmation, right?
saying- Yeah, exactly. Yes, we're not saying you're dumb, but yes, I've seen a case where somebody say that to like American and they're like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, Toronto's
Yeah, for
definitely
sure.
an interesting place. But did you say you always had a mutual interest in music growing up, and that's one of the things that got you, I guess, integrated with your community when you were growing up in Vancouver?
Yeah, but my case is I feel like very unique because I don't have any siblings, or I was pretty like I didn't know how to social that well as a kid, so I didn't really understand the fun in the music right until grade 7, I guess. My mom told me herself like, man, as a kid you weren't really interested in music, so I thought because she likes music and
Yeah.
my dad likes music, so I thought there naturally it's gonna be pick up music right away as a kid, but I didn't. But I guess when I started getting into high school and stuff like that's when I just went crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think I already mentioned to you before, like my mom is the biggest influence in why I listen to music the way I do today. My mom loves Tupac. My mom loves Eminem.
Sheesh.
She loves Jay-Z.
Damn.
She loves her some, of course, you know, outside of rap, she loves her some Nelly Furtado.
Oh shit.
Britney Spears, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Britney Spears.
Obviously.
She used to just like read about her all the time. Like I remember, like I did not know who Britney Spears was, obviously, and she would just be telling about how Britney's doing with her new song, like what like her relationship was like Justin Timberlake back in the days, and my dad just like, okay.
On a side note, is your mom like a typical like Korean ajumma, or is she more you know what I mean, like more westernized in a way? Because like I'm trying to imagine my mom, and then like she's like a typical like Korean ajumma.
Yeah, that's like
She's,
so
like, listening to-
uncommon.
And like her listening to like Jay-Z or Eminem.
And
That's
Tupac
just
and shit.
that's
Yeah.
jokes, dude.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, I'd say just think of a typical ajumma, like a good ajumma, like a nice ajumma, not like the gossipy
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
And then just sprinkle of like music taste that Western culture interests.
Wow.
She likes watching movies. She used to really love watching X-Men. Like she used to have like those physical copy movies, stuff like that. Lord of the Rings, of course.
Mhm.
And yeah, and then you look at our physical like album collections, you'll see Usher Confessions album, Linkin Park. Forgot that album with the Indian. I forgot that album, the great album. She has Michael Jackson, like multiple albums, Miles Davis.
Damn.
She listens to a lot of different stuff, and honestly, it was definitely like her influence. It just hit me late.
Damn.
Yeah.
Didn't you also mention that your mom had like a collection of CDs that you know?
Yeah, I stole. Yeah, I stole from her. The Usher album I took from her.
Of course.
She doesn't. I don't know if she remembers, but I took. Sorry, mom. What else did I take? Was one of the electronic album. Like it's buried somewhere. I can't find it right now.
Yeah.
But like I took like a good 2-3 like albums from her. But yeah, I felt bad. So like when Beyonce dropped the album, I actually like bought like a nice album and I gave it to her. But I don't know if she unwrapped it ever. But yeah, it's the one with the 2014 Drunk in Love.
Oh.
That album?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so great album.
Mhm.
So I knew she loves Beyonce, so I bought her that. I don't know if she still has it though, but yeah, she is a big fan of music.
Yeah. So then how did your, I guess, like segueing into, you know, you're growing up, hitting your adolescence, you know, university, all that, how did you transition into going into music production and wanting to kind of do this?
At first, remember back in like 2010s, the early 2010s, we had like a big pop EDM phase
Definitely.
with the, I guess, Lady Gaga, Pitbull, and all that.
Yeah.
So when that era hit, I wanted to be a DJ, right? Because it looked so cool. All these like Tiestos and the David Guettas. I'm like, dang, they can move the crowd like that. It's just
Yeah.
crazy, right? People go from the DJ's perspective. You're playing music that people can enjoy too, and that kind of hit me hard. I was like, damn, I want to do something like that. And at first, that's what I was pursuing, and then I realized it's like there's a lot of money, man. DJ equipment's really expensive, and I was eventually like, oh man, this is like too much work. Like, I mean, who's gonna hire someone like me? You know, you need a lot of connections in that, right? So I was like, kind of laying low. I mean, I did do DJ for like a few. I think I told you before, like a University of Waterloo. That's where I went for university, and like we have a like a little pub slash club hybrid called the Bomb Shelter. R.I.P. We'll miss you. Yeah, I DJ'd it there. It was a great experience. But yeah, like other than that, I didn't do much, right? So I was like, man, what should I do? And then it's the early, I guess like a mid 2010s. Then all these surge of producers. You know, it's like back in the days, producers didn't really have too much tags and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was like there wasn't too much focus on the producers, but it's like I guess with the social media and the producer tag, you know, Metro Boomin and all that, producers were getting as popular as the artists, right? If not more.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at that. Oh my god, that's so crazy. And a lot of trap music have beats that are just when you just listen to the beats, it sounds so cool, right? It just gets you going.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna try making beats. And man, it sucked in the beginning, but it took me like a good
You gotta start somewhere,
2-3
right?
years.
So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm more
I'm-
curious to see how you develop from the beginning till now. You know what I mean? Because like I'm sure it's a skill, right? Producing, and like you worked on it and then honed it to make it where it is right now. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like I'm sure people that are interested in wanting to get into music is like they're probably thinking, and I was the one also thinking this as well, where to get into music there's so many things that you need to break into it. Like you said, one of the connections, you need the skills, but I think ultimately, how you got into it is how most people get into it, just by naturally getting, you know what I mean? There's no like, I
Yeah,
want to get into
yeah.
it, and then, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately with like everybody saying, "Yo, I want to do music." You know, everybody wants to rap, and because it looks cool, right? I mean, for guys, it's like girls, you know, love rappers or singers, and they're like, "Oh man, I want to do that." You know, everybody has different reasons why they want to try.
Yeah.
But I guess it's because of that, you know, it's a lot of big saturation. So unfortunately, yes, I really think a musician, things hit like right things at the right time. It's really like that. And for me, it was just, I'd say, yeah, a lot of fortunate. I was quite fortunate to be where I'm at. I mean, although I still think I'm still so far away
Right.
from my definition of making it, but just looking back to when I started and people were like, "Yo, like you make beats?" Like I was getting these comments like, "You're like, yo, come on, man, that ain't it." You know?
Right.
A lot of people, a lot of doubters, and
Yeah.
you know what? That's okay. That's okay. You're supposed to have these doubts in the beginning, and that then, you know, because nobody starts out great. I mean,
Yeah.
and you know, and then when people criticize you, and you should use that as a source of like a motivation
Right.
to do better.
Right.
And that's how you grow, right? And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how things have been for me. Even now, I get a lot of criticisms. Like, I work with a lot of artists in my camp, Alon Wave and Crescent, and yeah, sometimes they just be like, "Yo, I don't like this beat." Then it is what it is. I mean, it makes you kind of slightly irk. I mean, not gonna lie to you, because I just spent like 2 hours making this beat, man.
It kind of hurts a little
Like,
bit.
Yeah, it hurts, but you know what? That makes me go like, "Oh, you don't like that? Okay, fine. What about this one?" And then like it'll eventually hit,
Yeah.
right? And they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, you leveled up," or like, yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah, and kind of
I'm-
hitting back to your point where you say you were at the right place at the right time. I'm sure you were grinding and again like practicing your skills to make it so that when the opportunity did come, you know, you were ready, kind of thing. That sounds
Yeah,
very cliche,
yeah.
but
Yeah, it is, but
it is what
There's
yeah,
no
it-
way around
yeah,
it, man.
exactly. So
if you somehow if you started yesterday and blow up today, you're using bots, bro. That's not natural. You're doing something very artificial.
or like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. True. Yeah. I mean, but even for 100, it takes time for it to build up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you're trying to say. Like I agree. Yeah, but yeah, to anyone that's listening to this trying to get into music, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be hard, man.
For sure.
You're gonna sweat. I don't know about crying. I don't think I would cry doing this, but yeah, who knows? Depends on who you are. You might cry a little bit. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But if you stop, then that's the end.
Yeah.
That's really it. I mean, but that can be applicable to you guys too.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys keep, coming up with topics, keeps the audience engaged, and they come back for more, right? And that's how you grow your fan base, and yeah, like and you get better
Exactly.
for every
yeah.
recording.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, it's like for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're putting the work, then the work will prove itself. Sorry.
Of course.
It's very cliche, but like people say Rome wasn't built in one day, right?
That is cliche.
Young and Finch podcast wasn't built in one day.
But like I think what's important is like you fall in love with that process. Like even when things aren't going well, even when you get all these criticism, like
Yeah.
if you don't believe in yourself and if you fall for that criticism and just kind of let everything like drown you, then you're not gonna make it and you're gonna quit. But it's those people that like persevere and like use that as motivation, because some criticism can be great. It's like a real genuine feedback on things that you need to improve. And if you take it, and if you look at it in a different lens, then I think, and if you just keep going at it, then eventually like something might happen. And I think in this case, that is something what happened to us, and something what happened to you too. It's like somebody noticed your work, and then that just opened up a different door, and now you're working with all these different artists and producers and things like that. So
yeah, for sure. But do you guys get the feeling sometimes, like when you let's say you do something, you have a product, right, and then you send it to your friends, and they kind of overly criticize, like more than usual, like you know what I'm trying to say, like do you get that feeling sometimes? Because I definitely got that a lot, like people who, like, let's say example would be like a Playboy Cardi, right? His music sometimes is an acquired taste,
for sure.
You agree? Because the way he kind of delivers and flows, but his fans love him, right? But if you send the same people who love Playboy Cardi and that kind of music, they have a different opinion, like, you know what I mean, like a different feedback. I don't know if that's because you're not Playboy Cardi, or you're starting out and they're just not used to you doing that kind of stuff. But do you get that feeling sometimes? Because I do, for sure.
I think it's important to distinguish what type of criticism is helpful to you and which is not. Because like you said, there are people that have different types of styles that they like, or different genres. So someone that might not listen to podcasts, for our example, right? Someone that doesn't listen to podcasts and say, "Oh, your podcasts are too long." That's like
bro.
That's like
you heard Joe Rogan podcast.
Exactly. Those are type of criticism that I would kind of brush away, right? But if there was something that was helpful, then obviously I would try to listen and see what I can improve on my end. But you gotta pick your poison, right? You can't satisfy everyone. But you could only do what's best for the audience that you have.
Yeah, for sure.
And potential listeners or whatnot.
Potential is always welcome.
Exactly.
Always welcome.
Kind of circling back, you mentioned your camp. I think our listeners might be curious to know how you kind of got set up with, you're kind of with a team now, like a label, and you've been working with a group of artists and things like that. We featured a lot of your songs on our stories because, to say the least, your music actually slaps, right? Like the songs that we put up there for a reason. But how did you kind of get connected with that and get signed onto like a team and a label and everything?
Yeah, so my frequent collaborator, Alon Wave, he's actually from my high school.
Oh, okay.
We went to high school together. He's always shown me his kind of passion for love, but I honestly, not love. Well, I guess that is, but passion for music. What am I saying? But I've always seen like he always loved music.
Yeah.
But I didn't quite expect him to pursue a rap career, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, like we connected after high school, and he was showing interest. And this was around the time I started becoming interested in beat making.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit, you make music," and then, "Oh shit, you rap." We just kind of started connecting again, and we had tried to collaborate here and there, but it was hard our styles were very different because my styles were a lot of trap, like down south.
Yeah.
Like the Migos and the Gucci Manes and the Future,
them.
And I love them too.
I just love them. Yeah, sorry.
But Alon is more like a melodic rapper, so he liked a lot of the Asian hip hop vibes. Like the kind of like Penomecos, like the Kugi and stuff like that. Like so it was like a lot of getting to know each other, and then he dropped. I don't know if you heard his song "To the Moon." It's a banger. It's so good, honestly. It's one of my favorite songs. Yeah, you love, like, from the beats to his delivery is literally a perfect Asian hip hop song, in my opinion. And that song, I think, is what he released on Spotify, and then that kind of, I think, caught the attention of our now manager Kane DeBeer, and they got into conversations, and then eventually he got signed to his team, which is the Lunar Cycle.
Okay.
And when he got signed, I was like, "Oh shit!" And I started sending him beats. And at first it was like hit like the all misses, and then I sent him one beat, and that became Fig 8.
Hey.
That was the first beat. Like, he was like, oh fuck, I think we got something here. And man, best believe we did. We did. We do.
Yeah, for real.
Because he got Eric Reprid, who is now he's pretty well known. I feel like in Canada now, he's currently nominated for Juno Awards. He's going against like Nav, 88 Glam.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's nominated. I think it might. When's the Juno Awards? I know it's like tomorrow.
I think it's soon. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's very soon. So, man, but this was before his nomination, obviously, and we got his feature, and even back then he was pretty popping. Like, he got like millions of views just on Spotify on his songs. So the fact that we got his feature, I still can't believe it, but we did, and we dropped Fig 8 in February 2020. And that's when I knew, like, it began, right? It began. Things hit at the right time.
Was that your first big song?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. No, I listened to Fig. It was great.
Yeah.
I have it on my running track. I think I told you this before. But
Yeah.
Fig 8 and
Thank you,
Scary
man.
Obsession.
Yeah, man, that song, I didn't think it would even go that far, because when I was making that beat, I was in the process of moving to a new place. So I was actually at my friend's place. I was crashing at my friend's place. I didn't have any studio equipment. It was just straight from like a laptop, some shitty audio quality.
Right.
And then he was like, "Yo, this is something. I have something." I heard it. I was like, "Whoa!" Like, how? I didn't even know you could have that kind of flow on this beat. So it was yeah. And then it was like, and then next week he's like, "Yo, I got this guy called Eric Reprid." I was like, "Oh, who's that?" And I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, damn, this guy's popping." And yeah, it's like, that was it.
Yeah. I mean,
Rest is history.
That was a history, but I don't think I'm there yet. But for history, but yeah, it was a very humbling moment.
Yeah.
Because I've been grinding I started making beats since 2016, right?
Yeah.
So it took me good 4 years to get something
yeah.
that's actually recognizable in public eyes.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Congrats, bro.
Thank you, man. Hey, all you musicians out there, it's tough. It took me 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll build up from now. So just keep doing your thing, man.
Thanks, man. I want to say the same for you guys. I thought when you guys, I don't know how we added each other, but you guys have grown pretty substantially since then. At least I feel like. So I know you guys are doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So keep it up for you guys too.
Respect.
We always remember
Respect.
the A1s from the day ones.
Yep, for sure.
I have a question. How do you come up with these? Like, I don't know anything about music, so it's like, what's the step-by-step process of you like forming these beats? Like, I always see like those Instagram reels. It's like people take samples off like tunes from like 1945, and like they'll like stretch it out or something, and then like add some funky beat to it or something. Like, I think there was a video about Lil Wayne. I don't know.
What, 6 foot 7 foot?
Yeah, that one exactly. Yeah.
The banana boat song. Yeah, that's that. Okay, that's off the charts.
So it's like, do you do that process, or is it like an individual thing where you add like the drums or like the beat, or is it a bit of both?
Yeah, it's like mix of everything. It really depends on the sample you're finding, but I feel like there should be a prerequisite in beat making. It's just love for music, and you've heard enough songs to kind of understand how basic structures go.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I like to personally sample a lot of city pop music because honestly, like it really resonates with my identity.
Yeah, for sure.
And I guess the sound Alon likes too. And it really depends on the beat. Like, have you guys listened to Rare Candy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that song was already like full. Like the sample was already pretty full. So all I did was add modernized like hip hop drums, and then I added a little like a guitar riff just to make it to go with the 808s.
Yeah.
And damn, Alon did his thing there. I was like, whoa. I was like, it's not, I didn't think it was my beat at first. That's like, I can recognize it. until it starts hitting. I was like, oh wait, okay, this is really good.
You don't get hit with like copyright issues when things like that happen.
So that's all strategic now. So I feel like if you sample something that's from North America, 99% of the time it's copyrighted. You have to get into conversations. But there's some countries that are different in music copyright laws compared to American, like the North American standards. So there's kind of loopholes. I don't think I should really say that. but yeah, it's but there's also things where the owner of the original songs, right? They'll have to see that there's an actual profit. Like, because it's like all lawyer situation. Like, there's money to get paid, right? Yeah. You have to pay money to get paid. So, yeah, it's what's a good example? Oh, Juice WRLD's what's his biggest song? Lucid Dreams, right?
Yeah.
So that famously samples Sting, right? I heard that because they literally, the whole beat is pretty much that, and they just added drums to it, right? So I heard that Sting actually claimed like 80 to 90% of the profit of the song.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's crazy.
80-90%.
So it's like,
fuck.
Yeah, it's like over 1 billion views on Spotify alone.
Yeah.
That alone should give you like millions of dollars. Right. So you're telling me if you made $1 million, a good 900K goes straight to Sting's estate.
Damn.
Yeah. So there's you could wind up in situations like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But without it, like, the banger wouldn't have been made, right? Like, there would be no Lucid Dreams without it. Yeah. So it's kind of like, is it worth it? But
that song was like exactly the same. I don't know like how what they were thinking. That song, like the beat is exactly the same.
That's kind of the whole thing, though, right? With sampling, it's like history repeats itself. Artists keep recycling the same melodies, the same chord progressions, and then they just reintroduce it with new genres and new artists, right?
Yeah,
I feel like that's happened all the time with music, not only hip hop.
Yep, that's honestly the beauty of music. Like, you can take some things and just make it more advanced.
Yeah, for sure.
And now. Here's the thing, right? Now we know about it now because it's the Sting's original song. So there's also people that don't know about that song, and now they're gonna go back and listen to his song. It's like there's money, but there's also knowledge being exchanged.
Right.
So I feel like it's good for music in general. So
yeah, for sure.
It reminds me of those videos on YouTube where people react to people watching them, and then the other person will react to them watching them. React to them.
That's too meta, bro. It's too meta.
It's like some TikTok, the duet shit.
It's like sharing. We're all sharing knowledge, sharing videos, and everyone it's a win-win-win.
Yeah, but we kind of went off topic. But how I know first of all, the sample has to resonate with the producer, obviously, and based on what they make. They can probably shape that. When you mention stretching, yes, you have to stretch. Pop Smoke, for example. I don't know if you listen to a lot of his music. There's a song called Scenario by Pop Smoke. It's in one of his first album. He sampled Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, no way.
That actually sounds pretty sick.
The beat's crazy, bro. If you like the down south,
I'm down.
It's on rotate right now. Listen to it. Scenario by Pop Smoke.
I love Pop Smoke.
Scenario.
But he samples. I forgot his name. Have you watched Pirates of the Caribbean too?
Yeah.
The one with the guy,
Octopus guy.
The octopus. Yeah. So there's that's his theme song, I believe.
It's like the Black Heart something, right, or some shit like that. Actually, I don't know.
I don't remember the details, but I just remember it. So he used to scare the shit out of me as a kid. But I was like, where did I hear this theme song from? I went on like whosampled.com and it was like, oh god, it's from this. Damn.
Wait, it's not like the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song, right? It's not like that.
It's no.
It's not that one, right? Yeah, it can't be.
It's the villain's theme song.
True,
the villain's theme song. But yeah, the producer stretched that, looped that, and then Pop Smoke just talking his gangster shit. I was like, oh my goodness, that's fire. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
It's like a whole different musical world that like I have no idea. It's just like, damn. That's...
You went from Disney to the streets of New York, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I feel like as a producer, doesn't that like once you start thinking about music and sounds in that way, like aren't you just constantly like analyzing everything that's going on? Like you're like, oh, could this be a sample? Could this be manipulated? Like, oh, like this could be used there. Like you just can't enjoy it anymore, you know?
No, here's the thing, like it gets analytical.
Yeah.
It's like if you're really into sports, right? Let's say take my mom and us, we watch basketball.
Yeah.
It's gonna be different things going through our
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
right?
Sure, yeah.
It's like we look at how these guys run, how they shoot. My mom's just gonna be amused. It's just the ball going through the hoop.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Perspectives can be a lot different. And another thing I noticed recently, very nerdy thing. I listen to music. I know where the 808's from. I know like exactly where the claps are from, where the kicks are from. Like I recognize, and I'm just like thinking to myself, oh Jesus, like that's kind of nerdy.
Hey man, if you are a professional at something, that means that you know like the little details.
Yeah.
That's what professionalism means apparently. So
For sure, yeah.
Well, shit, I'm humbled. Yeah, then I'll accept that.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
accept that. It's just pretty cool to see like, oh yeah, that I used that yesterday.
yeah,
Like, because similar to how how music has like sounds that are popular at the moment.
Yeah.
That's the same for producers. There are certain 808 the basses and the kicks that are just popular right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's producers will know what I mean.
yeah.
But yeah,
I have
it's
a
like that.
question kind of on to this question, if you
Okay.
will. Or I guess what you were just talking about, but like in terms of analytical and stuff that you want to create, right? Where do you find that balance of what people want, but at the same time what you want to create? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I try to balance it between three things. Of course, I want a mix of like I want a sprinkle of like popular sounds, obviously.
Yeah.
Because that's what people are gravitating. That's what the clubs are playing, parties are playing. I also want to play what people are listening to.
Yeah.
We have had a huge resurgence of city pop, so it's an opportunity for someone like me right now who's enjoying like that kind of stuff. And lastly, I do need to take into consideration of what the artist is capable of. I'm not gonna ask Alon Wave to rap like Lil Wayne on a milli. That's practically impossible. I can't give him a beat like that goes like 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, and then expect him to go crazy. Like no, that's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a balance of those three things, and I feel like that makes a good, not an amazing record, but a good record.
Actually, onto that, like, are there any songs or any interactions where you felt like you had to kind of sacrifice your production integrity, like your creativity for the better of the project? Because like you said, I feel like it's compromise with each kind of like track, right? So was there any instance where you're kind of like, man, like I really want to do this thing, but for the sake of the quality or for the sake of the song, like let's cut that out or whatever?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like I said, I started producing because of like hard trap artists, right? So my old ones were really hard hitters, like very hard hitting, like stuff Future would like love and stuff like that. But but the artists I'm working with, they're not Future.
Yeah.
They can't talk about having multiple women or like banging in the streets, selling drugs.
Yeah.
It is, none of my people I work with are like that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, of course I have to learn how to adapt better. But thanks to that though, when I work with Crescent, he's more like a kind of more like Wayne type, like rapper. So I can give him something hard that he can still rap. That's the result we got for Not Halal song. Right, I gave him a beat that's like something ASAP Ferg would sound great on, but I know he's capable of rapping like Ferg, so I gave him that. He did amazing, and then we had co-producer Nani Beats. He stuck that Afghan sample in the beginning as an intro, and I was like, that was amazing because Crescent is an Afghan, and just having an Afghan sample and going rapping like Lil Wayne, that was amazing. And of course, the result was. It was pretty clear. We ended up on New Music Friday Canada, like Northern Bars. Like the audience, we knew that the audience were reacting positively to it. So yeah.
like when you're making music, right? You take consideration of like analytical, what's popular today. Some of your ideas you want to put in. Just want to gauge how like what are some of your inspirations and like some of things that you like personally like rappers or music wise.
Like, who am I listening to right now?
That that or like who inspires you to make your type of music, or like the type of music that you're trying to make at the moment, like it's just general, I guess.
A lot of producers, mix of producers and artists. Obviously, Future is one of them.
Okay.
Future, Lil Wayne, Drake, because he kind of pushed that Toronto sound. right? So, yeah, and producer wise, I don't know if you guys know Scott Storch. Have you guys heard of the name? So he in the he's still a really good producer right now, but in the 2000s, his sound was everywhere. Like, 50 Cent, just a little bit. Disco Inferno. What else is a really big song? Dr. Dre, Still Dre. He produced that.
Oh shit.
The
Classic.
piano clink clink
Yeah,
clink.
yeah, yeah.
He would
Yeah,
Scott Storch. I don't know, Fat Joe, Lean Back.
Oh my god.
Scott Storch.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn, all the
guy's
damn.
He
Yeah,
has
Titan.
he had
They're
the
bangers.
industry
Yeah.
on lock. Yeah, and just looking at that, honestly, I will never reach the level he is.
Hey man,
Like,
don't
Hey,
say
man.
that.
Yeah,
Don't say
I
that,
mean,
man.
you never
nah,
know.
it's just
We believe
I-
you will achieve. All right.
no, but he's one in a billion talent. Like,
Yeah, no, but like for real though, I don't think you should make that an angle, but like if you just keep doing your shit, it's like maybe you could get there, right? Like you never know. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
And then there's Metro Boomin. Obviously,
Yes, sir.
he helped push that
Yeah.
dark, ominous sound.
Yeah.
One of my probably all-time favorite production from him is X. With 21 Savage.
Yeah.
Like, if you actually listen to the beats, there's so many lyrics to it.
Yeah.
It's like 4 different parts to the beat. I was like, dang, how does he make it? When I first heard it, I was like, how does he make it so dynamic? And the sound sounds so fire.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
21 just like floats on that beat, right?
Yeah.
Future too. So, and yeah, those two are definitely one of the probably the biggest producers to ever impact me. And yeah, that's like where I'm at.
Do you try to like emulate any of their songs, or?
Of course I did. Of course I did. And then Scott Storch, I didn't really end up too well because he's just up there, man.
Yeah.
But Metro Boomin, yeah, like I use a lot of the still this day use a lot of the drums that he used.
Okay.
If you listen to his beats carefully, there's this like very similar 808 in all the songs. If you let's say if you listen to Bad and Bougie
Hey.
or like I don't know, Tunnel Vision by Kodak, it's very very similar 808.
Wait, for those new beginners, what's 808?
It's the bass, just boom.
Oh,
kick, yeah.
Okay.
The thing that makes your car go,
Oh, okay.
car steers go.
The
Yeah,
thing that makes
yeah.
you go, in a club.
Gotcha.
I know you kind of talked about like your inspirations and your influences, things like that. Like, I'm wondering, has you mentioned city pop and your background in growing up in Japan and things like that, but like, has there been any influence coming in from like your Korean heritage and things like that? Because I know Korean hip hop has been blowing up,
course.
alongside K-pop and K-indie, all these things. Like K-hip hop has been blowing. There's a lot of action going on there. But wanted to know, like, did your background as a Korean Canadian have any effect in terms of your sound, your path, and your development?
Yeah. Before I got into hip hop, I was big into like K-pop, and my mom too, obviously.
Yeah.
And I used to watch JYP. Man's talented.
Oh, he is.
Like with
Yeah.
the product, he does his choreography. So he does
Yeah.
productions. I was like,
Yeah,
dang,
yeah,
he
yeah.
sings
Yeah.
pretty well. Like, yeah, I mean, a lot of like JYP did a lot of productions for people that are in JYP.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, and for sure he was, and his sounds, like when I listen to his beats, it's like it matches the era, like compared to like if you compare it to like North America.
Yeah.
Like he did well staying on top of production styles that were popular internationally. And I listened to a bit of like Tiger JK.
Oh,
And
fire.
he yeah man, 845
Yeah.
and not another one hey.
Yeah.
Like it was really dope. It's like New York hip hop,
Yeah.
like the old school New York hip hop. And yeah, of course he had like that was had a lot of impact on me too. How I kind of view music. It's like you can be an Asian and do like an American sound.
Yeah.
And you'll still look so cool. Like, I mean, if anything, you can do it better sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think you can use that to your advantage because you do have that Korean background, but you're not like first generation Korean. You have like that experience with both cultures.
Yeah.
So I think in a way that could be advantage because you know like both style of music pretty well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's also like a shock value too. Like somebody told me I look like I produce for like Psy, right? I look,
Wait, what do you mean you look like you produce for Psy? What does that mean?
Wait, Psy's a
because I told them I
banger.
make beats.
Bro, who said that?
I told well back in like university when I started making beats. I was like, and like yo, like I was like I would tell them, hey, I make beats. It's like, oh, what kind of beats? It's like, oh, like Migos, like Future. I'm like, what? You look like you produce for like the next big K-pop act, like Psy. I was like, oh,
Fuck, is
I
that
was like,
stereotype coming
I don't
in?
know. I
Damn, that's some ignorance, bro.
Yeah.
We don't want none of that.
but when I play them my beats, there's like this, they're like, oh, God, oh
Yeah.
shit, right? And then I realized there's good in that too.
Yeah.
It's like shock value, like if I see, let's say you guys don't know me,
Yeah.
right? And I suddenly play this beat, let's say Decisions beat,
Yeah.
or Scary Obsessions beat.
Yeah.
I tell you, I produced that.
No, that would-
Wouldn't you be shocked?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be
Yeah,
shocked?
for
Yeah,
real.
exactly.
No,
Mind-blowing.
honestly.
Yeah, so it sometimes plays well in my favor.
Yeah, it's a glass half full mentality. I like it.
Yeah. Just in terms of what you've been doing, I know like 2020 was like a busy year for you. You dropped, Bear music, and this year you started off with Scary Obsessions and things like that. So like what's cooking for you? Like what are some future plans for you? What are you working on right now that you want to share with our listeners and that we can kind of look forward to?
I have songs completed and cooking up with Alon.
Hey.
So you can expect some bangers. I think these tracks I have with him in the vault are some of my most favorite yet.
Hey.
So I think and it's, and humbly speaking, it's a lot coming from me if I say something like this because we consider ourselves as perfectionists. We don't want to put out mediocre stuff. We want to make sure we like it first.
Yeah.
Right? And we love it. So yeah, that's coming to you soon, I believe. You'll see it when I.
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
We'll love it.
But what I'll do is just to make audience a little jealous, I'm gonna send you a little snippets to you guys.
Hey, respect.
Sorry, audience, but you'll hear it
Yeah.
soon.
I'm down.
But yes, got more with Crescent. I sent him a bunch of beats recently. I'm also trying to reach out to people like Uptown Boy Band for a collab. I don't know if you guys have heard of them.
Yeah.
But they're making a pretty big noise in the city,
Yes, sir.
especially with the Asian community. So shout out to you guys. Hope to work with you guys sometime soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just doing me.
Dope.
Okay. Just before we wrap up, we'll just run through some quick rapid fire questions. What's one of the most underrated rappers in your opinion at the moment?
Ooh.
At the moment,
Underrated. Like, damn, these guys definitely deserve more recognition that they're getting.
I'm gonna say 3 people.
Okay.
But first of all, I'm gonna say Alon and Crescent because
Hey.
those are my boys.
Respect,
they deserve
respect.
more recognition. Lastly, I feel like it's Denzel Curry because Denzel, man, I mean, his biggest songs are like the ones that have been memed the most. But if you listen to his catalog, man, the man can rap his ass off. Like, and he's a big fan of Naruto, so I have like a soft spot for that. But yeah, Denzel is so underrated, man. I wish he could get bigger because every project he drops, I can't skip it. It's all good. It's rare to come across artists like that who can just make projects that are no skips.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know him, definitely check him out. Like, man, it's just bangers after bangers.
Yeah. I'll have to check them out. What about you guys?
I would say Lonzo Ball and Damian Lillard.
Really?
And
Lonzo
Dax.
Ball.
And Dax.
Oh, yeah, Dax is good. Yo, Damian Lillard can rap.
Oh,
he can
shit, I
really
forgot
rap.
they're
Underrated,
rappers. Yeah, I
that's what I'm
totally
saying.
forgot.
He can
Yeah.
really rap.
So, underrated.
Yeah, but Damian Lillard, I actually pay attention to his raps. He can.
Yeah.
I think right now he might be the best basketball player rapper.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
For
Is
sure.
that a genre now?
Yeah, there's so many rappers,
Well,
basketball rappers.
All right, next question. Would you rather be a stud but smell unwashable, or would you rather be ugly and smell amazing?
Latter. I'll be ugly but smell good.
What's the reason?
Well, I mean, I think my girl won't leave me, even if I'm ugly. It's committed, right? It's a commitment, right?
It's too late for her. She's locked in now, bro.
Sorry, you can't get out. Ain't no way out, man. You're stuck in Alcatraz.
Yes, sir.
I can't escape, bro.
Yeah, because what's
What
the
about
what's
you
the point of looking handsome if you smell like shit, man? Like no one's gonna be around you.
If I look ugly, at least other girls won't approach me. You know.
That's
Damn.
true. That's true.
Hashtag loyal.
I would actually choose the prior because I could just plug up the nose of the girl.
Of the girl.
Spray shit ton of Dior Sauvage, man.
Yeah, dude. I know it will come off, but I'm gonna try my best to hide it.
I don't think you guys have smelled really bad because I work in healthcare and I've smelled like the worst thing possible while working, and I'm just imagining that smell on a really good looking guy. Like if I smell that and if you're looking really good, I don't care. Like get out. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
talk to you. You know.
But hey, it's like both are like not ideal, but it's
Yeah.
you know the lesser of evils, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you rather have dry season for 1 year, or would you rather have no alcohol for 1 year?
Yeah, no alcohol.
No alcohol.
But I don't know. It's hard to give a Henny, man.
Yeah,
Any.
No alcohol.
no alcohol, because we're all down bad. COVID season.
I'll probably try to sneak in.
It's
though.
not more so about the sex, but more so about me not drinking alcohol. Because I don't drink that much.
That's cap.
True.
What do you mean that's cat?
Yeah, it's not about getting laid. It's about healthy lifestyle.
No, it's for me. It's not. So maybe for you, Josh, but not for me. Sorry.
True.
Is it both for you, Josh?
I'm gonna say for 1 year,
Yep.
I'm gonna have to give it the
No,
alcohol.
1 year is long.
Oh, why is that? Because you like sex? Sorry.
Because I don't want a dry season.
So you like sex better than alcohol?
All right, let's not.
He
let's
wants
not-
he wants to
not
exactly.
precipitate. He wants that precipitation.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Yeah, but I'm not capping though.
Yeah, I'm not capping either.
Okay, next question.
I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, Brian.
Rajay, if you can work with one artist right now, who are you picking?
I know I said Wayne last
Yeah.
time, but right now it's Drake.
Drake.
I kind of want to work with
That'd be
Drake.
sick.
Yeah, have you seen this man's house?
Yo,
Bro, I was there
Drake is
last
like-
Have you
week.
seen
Bridal
this, man?
Bridal Path.
Bro,
Bro,
this man lives in a
insane.
palace, man. He lives like a Saudi prince in Bridal
Yeah,
Path, man.
dude.
It's crazy.
Bro, if people are coming to check out your house, like a fucking tourist site, like it's humongous. Like there's people outside and security outside, and I was just driving
Yeah.
by.
Man, why'd you have to switch up on Lil Wayne like that, bro?
CLB coming soon, man.
CLB.
Certified Lover Boy
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
soon. I feel like Drake. Even if I don't work with him, if I just get like a shout out in his story, man, watch that pop up.
Oh,
Watch me pop off, man.
You're set.
That's
Yeah.
the best exposure you can get.
Yeah.
But at heart, yes, it's still Lil Wayne because it's just like what I grew up
Yeah.
on. He's the man I grew up on. Pause. Is that pause? No, it's not sure. But it's just it would be like a moment where if I get a song with him and it's good, I'd be like, man, I can retire right now.
yeah.
Because it's just like doing music with somebody you consider as like a music god.
Yeah.
Then yeah. But right now, right at this moment, Drake, man.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta
Honestly.
hit up Drake's house and start handing out your resume or something. Just give it to the security. He'll pass it on to Drake.
I'm gonna code that resume. I'm gonna list out all the playlists I've been
Yeah.
on and all the people I've worked with. I'm gonna give it to her like, bam. I might gold code it too. I don't know if that catches
That's it.
attention. Yeah. And then I probably send a message why I deserve to be on CLB. It'll be good for diversity, racial diversity, in his catalog.
Yeah.
Because I know he likes to jump on like other people's songs,
Oh my
like
God.
UK or like. So add Korea in the mix. I know he likes BTS or something. I think he's cool with them or something.
Really?
I could be that bridge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I
bro.
could get him into K-pop, man.
I
And
really hope that happens, man. That'd be fucking fire.
it would not
I'd be like, yo, we had this guy at our podcast at one point. Now he's making beats with Drake.
Imagine, man, Drake goes on to like Inky Guy or something, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm picturing him say something in Korean, and I'm cringing. He'd be like, "안녕하세요, 안녕하세요," or some shit like that. I'm like, "Oh my god, fucking."
To be
joke.
fair, he might. He looks like the
Yeah,
yeah.
True.
Fucking jokes.
But yeah.
All right, wrap it up.
Why, Jimmy? Do you want to tell everybody where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me humbly everywhere. Whether it's real life or on social media at Josh Youngjin Kim.
Yes, sir.
You can also find me on Spotify, pretty much all music platforms. Just type of Youngjin. I'm the one with my branding includes a tiger, so I should be pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
Tiger because that's Korea's most symbolic animal,
Yes, sir.
and it's my dad went to Korea University, and that's their mascot. So that's my go-to symbol there.
Hey.
But yeah, I appreciate all you guys for having me.
No problem.
Really dope to, once again, I know I said this last time, but it's really dope to be on a platform where we all share very similar experience,
Yes, sir.
And we understand the struggle of being a minority, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
Though there's so many Koreans, being a minority and trying to kind of move into a foreign space that we're not really known for, right? So it's dope that we build each other up, and yeah, I mean, hopefully down to like 3 to 5 years from now on, we'll be in a different place, hopefully celebrating and everything.
Hopefully
Hey,
we'll have
sir.
our own place on bridal showers.
Yeah, Drake's
Yeah.
neighbor.
But on a real note, yeah, we'll plug in Youngjin's social media onto our page.
Yeah, everything in the comments.
Yeah. So if you guys are looking for some fire beat, make sure to check him out because all three of us can vouch that it's.
Oh man,
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Quite humbling. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, just wanna thank you again for joining us. I know it's not easy to take an hour of your life,
Yeah.
especially your life.
Yeah.
Make it sound like I'm really busy or something. I'm not as busy as you would think.
Anyways, I'm just trying to hook you up,
Okay.
But seriously, seriously, thank you.
Yeah,
for,
thanks, YJ.
joining in. Thanks,
Respect, man.
thanks to our listeners for listening to this episode to this far, and hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. And if you guys have any feedback or suggestions on topics or other guests that you want us to get onto our podcast, let us know in our DMs by following us on our Instagram page at the Young and Finch.
Yep, and just to make sure you don't miss any of our episodes, follow us on Spotify and give us a rating and review if you like the podcast on Apple Music Store.
With that being said, we'll catch you guys next time.
Have a good week.
Peace,
Peace
guys.
out.
Peace.
It's related somewhat.
I have a question over here. Next question. Yes. Sports
not-
News TV.
It's not out of the blue, but
Young, you want enough TV?
down.
That's what I didn't mean to call you that.
No. So